Recording in process.
Here we go. All right, man. I'm not good with introductions, so fuck. This is my first time doing this. So first of all, by the way, thank y'all for even trusting me to do some shit like this, because I'm pretty sure
Course.
you
Course.
guys, you guys could have gotten anybody to do this shit. So yeah, if halfway through this shit I get nervous or something, just don't mind me. I'm not really used to doing shit like
Just
this,
imagine
but
us naked.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, y'all make everything better.
Yeah,
Yeah,
imagine us naked.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm doing it right now. Pause. No, all right. That was crazy. I don't know why the fuck I said that. All right. Well, shit. I mean, it is a Brokeland album, right? So I guess the first thing I would ask, because I don't know if this has been asked before. I'm assuming it has been, but like, how was the group formed?
So you're passing the shower. Uh, it's really just like a bunch of randomness, pretty much. Like there's technically like 30 members. We don't even know. Like there's certain people that we kind of just like count.
Uh-huh.
Everybody in here raps in the group, so I guess like that's the off rip thing. But yeah, in terms of like being formed, it's just like a lot of just like talking to the homies, pretty much. I don't even know if I'm holding this right, but yeah.
I mean, you sound perfect to me, so
Pause. Nah, sorry, I'm gonna be saying
yeah,
pause a lot.
yeah, man. What is
Um,
with this part? Go ahead.
nah, yes, it started because I don't know, in high school, I just wanted to like make shit that was like really cool instead of like shit that was on the radio. Even though I liked like it's like 2016 time. I liked some of that music, but like I was like, I need in on this. And then I went to LaGuardia High School, so I just knew mad creative. So I was like, let's just start a big ass Wu-Tang orgy group.
Orgy group. Okay. That's the key word I'm gonna take from this.
Orgy
Orgy group.
group. Nah, yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty much it. That's pretty much it. And then everything is in house as fuck. So like I don't like paying other people to do shit that I already could do. Or if I
Hmm.
know somebody else I could do it, it's just like, like so it's just being smart like economically as well. That's a good word. And like and no, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, shit, man. I mean, so before I go like deep into this album, I guess one question I did want to ask is like, what would you guys say makes this different than Volume One, the second one?
Uh, yeah. It's a completely different fucking group of niggas now. Because of
Jesus.
all the shit that fucking happened. But the yeah, experience too. Like, yeah, you go. You go.
Oh yeah, nah, I ain't make a motherfucking beat. This nigga made everything, but he said from himself that he just got better over time at making beats and shit. So I guess
Trust me, I can
that's the
tell.
main factor.
First things first, everybody say their names. Like first of all, like
All right, now my name Prada.
Okay.
PradaRob, nigga.
Oh, so you're PradaRob, aka the original Pot Boy Belly in the Flesh?
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard that. All right. Okay.
463 Don.
Uh-huh.
I'm that one guy, Brad, aka Saint Spaceboy and shit. Where
Oh, sounds crazy. Black Christ. Black Christ. Um,
Uh,
nah, yeah, it's so different from the first one just because like they were saying, like experience level has like fucking jumped a whole bunch of fucking miles. I don't know what the fuck happened, but I think it's just from being in the studio, just making shit over and over and over again, that the quality of it got better and the world building got better.
mhm.
And just being like free with ideas because I know in the first one I was trying to make a record for people like, oh shit, I know niggas over here were like this record. I know niggas over this time I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna just make whatever the fuck comes out. Pause, that's crazy. Make whatever comes out, and then like I don't know, it's a actually really fucking good album.
yeah.
Compared to the first one, I rarely listen to that first one.
I mean,
But
before we even get into it, I'm gonna just say like I was angry and upset listening to this whole time because I was just super fucking jealous. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm just listening to this whole shit and I'm like, there's no way y'all could be this fucking good and then nobody like not like a lot of people not know about you guys. Honestly, I'm not even trying
appreciate
to
it.
like glaze or nothing like
No,
that.
appreciate
You know what I'm
it.
saying?
Yeah.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, I'm listening to this shit, and I mean, we're gonna get into it, but like, I'm just clutching my head the whole time, listening to every single track. Like, how the fuck, like the fact that they have the like wherewithal to actually want to make these decisions in the track and do all this shit.
That's really all him though, bro.
Nah,
I,
Nah, yeah, gotta
I
give
mean,
it.
y'all all have a part to play in it
Nah,
because you
word,
didn't.
but like I would always say, like
Nah, where, but like I would say like because of course it's like everybody plays a part, but like I don't know. Some shit I always say like a lot of niggas be like kind of scared to say like they're being like led by a nigga or whatever the fuck. But like nah, this nigga made that like shut the fuck up, bitch. And it was like nah, this nigga made like all and this nigga getting piped. Anyways, but yeah,
What?
like pretty much most, like if not all, like executive decision was fully made by this nigga though. Like, nah, that just credit.
Crazy. Nah, yeah, facts. I think with like to create good art, I think you need to like the ego has to die. Like I don't
I was about to
say
say
like,
that.
oh yeah, niggas is like a leader or anything, but it has to die in the sense of like everybody has to like listen to somebody to get, you know, and like the
Yeah.
cycle goes on. Like you have to be a mentor and a mentee at the same time. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
Like they say, like in order to be a good leader, you have to have been a follower at some point in order to learn
Yeah.
how to lead. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And I
hell
think
yeah.
that's what I think that kind of shows in the album too. Like there is no ego or anything like that.
Right.
Because ego and pride are like the worst thing to man, and that's usually just kind of comes into conflict and shit. One person might feel like somebody else is having more of a say and shit, and
Right.
little shit like that might just cause a calamity and whatnot.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's just get into the intro, man. First of all, I recognize the instrumental off the rip, which was the Marvelous track
Oh
off
yeah.
your
Yeah.
shit. Like,
Yeah.
what was the creative decision behind starting the album off with that beat that someone already like that people have already heard, if anything? Like, why did you want to start with
Um
that one?
we was actually talking about this when we was making it. I like albums where there's like some sort of like I'm gonna say this word so fucking wrong. Familiarity,
Familiarity?
familiarity.
Familiarity, yeah.
Uh, and like I like albums like that because it already like it's like oh I already know what this is gonna be like I know like a taste of it. Pause
Mhm.
already, you know like
Yeah.
so like
Call this the pause Christ fucking Zoom.
it's like
Pausing.
this is like super different from just a music tip. Yo, why I keep saying crazy ass shit? Pause again. This is different from a music tip, but like if you think about like Andy Warhol when he was doing the soup cans and shit, it's like these niggas know what Campbell's chicken noodle soup is already, but this
Mhm.
nigga just reinvented it, you know. And even his paintings with like Marilyn Monroe and all that shit, it's like they have context. You know what I mean? A lot of music doesn't work nowadays because people don't have context over what it is. Like, so I thought starting it with Marvelous is like, oh shit, like, oh, I remember listening to that back in July. Oh, fucking, I kind of know what this is gonna be. Blah blah blah. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess in a sense, this is like your version of previously on. Like,
Yeah. Literally. Yeah,
right.
literally.
Now I gotta ask this question. Who is that chick that's talking on the intro? I need to know who that chick
Yo,
is.
that's the homie. I'm a God is Grace on Instagram. God,
Yo.
that's the homie God is Grace on Instagram. Word, like when this shit was going on, I did not know this shit was speaking like that. My fault. But yeah, um, when niggas was trying to figure out what we wanted to use to start off the album, I was like spitballing ideas to this nigga and shit. And afterwards, we was like, yo, it'd be fire as fuck if we just get like something that's not rap related. We just get like one of the homies to just like scream some shit out pretty much. And I wrote down the script. I was like, okay, I sent it to a couple of friends. She was the first person. I was like, yo, like I don't even want to send this shit to nobody else because like she just did such a good fucking job. Yeah,
Yo, man. I just want to give a round of applause, but I'm just too shy to just do that shit. That's crazy. The fact that y'all even went to that. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Shit. God damn. The fact that y'all went that far ahead with the creativity, like you actually wrote a script. Like I would have thought you just told her to go in there and say some shit. Like you gave her like a premise and be like, nah, you actually took time to write a script and be like, look, follow this, but just be you. That shit is creative as fuck, man.
Now the execution was beautiful too.
Nah, yeah,
OD.
we're great fucking execution. Yeah.
Yeah, but I want to know who was she describing in all those tracks? Like, who was the skinny, lengthy ass nonverbal bitch and all those other? Who was she describing?
Hold on a second. All right.
Yeah.
Skinny ass long pause. I'm a
Yeah,
non-verbal bitch. That's RJ Chase Bands
I
007.
knew it. I knew it.
Sassy dancing nigga. That's this nigga right here. And the weird dressing one. That's me. And for GOB, that's their group. And undersight, that's oversight. So yeah,
Oversight.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. Shit. Then it goes into I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right. Darion?
Yeah.
That's how
So
you pronounce that shit?
yeah, it was a freestyle. It was called Tazo T before because there's like a random Tazo T bucket. Yeah, I think so. Tazo T, whatever. There was like a random thing over there. It was like a random freestyle, and I was like, oh, I need to name this something cooler. And I think I just said Darion, like Darion jeans, like Beyonce had Darion jeans,
Hmm.
in like 2003 or some shit. I don't know. I don't remember. And Yeah, I think it's Darian. I think I misspelled it too. But
Okay.
yeah, but yeah.
So there was no overall like deep thought into it. You just went in the booth one day and just like, I'm a freestyle this, but it sounds good. Let me turn it into a track and fuck it.
Yeah. And I thought it was
like mad versions.
yeah, mad versions.
That feels the perfect.
Stupid. I think it was interesting to call it Darion too, because it's like world building, right? It's like, oh, I know this nigga had an album called Blue Jeans. This nigga just talks about jeans in every song. Darion
Mm-hmm.
jeans. I don't know. I thought shit like that
Right,
was
right,
cool.
right.
But yeah.
Right. So, I mean, I don't know, this might be a dumb question, but what made this version that you put out the one that you went with? Were the other ones just like full of like fucked up shit that you probably was like, I don't know if this is a good one or not, or
Those versions were just too clean, I think. Like
Hmm.
just the mix and everything was too clean. Like I like how on every song in this album, you could barely hear what niggas is saying sometimes because the fucking bass is
I was gonna say that.
going
I didn't.
crazy. Yeah, yeah,
I was gonna say that.
yeah. You could barely hear shit, and I like songs like that. Like I like listening to like punk
Okay.
rock and shit where it's just like I can't hear shit that this nigga's saying. And I'm just like I feel like life got to be like that too. It's like not everything is so clear all the time. It's so like clarity matters, but like sometimes it fucking don't. Like it's a vibe at the same time. You know what I mean? Yeah, unless you trying to make reasonable doubt part two. Like I don't
Yeah.
want to, who gives a fuck about the lyrics? Like, is this shit making my head knock right now? Pause. That's crazy. But like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
I should have a pause button here somewhere, but
Nah,
nah.
yeah, we're gonna need a fucking counter for this shit.
Nah, but seriously, yo, thank you for saying that because I was gonna say like at some points I don't know if it was a bass or if it was like drums that were layered that were making the shit like and it hit against your voice and I was like I can't really hear what he's really saying on some of the lyrics at that particular point. So thank God that you cleared that up and that that was intentional. I didn't even think that that was something that you had done that was intentional. I guess all right. Now the shit at the end was that something that you guys originally created or was that ripped from a scene somewhere? Or maybe I think it feels like a little bit of both.
At the intro at the end of Darion.
Yeah, that leads into Fried Up.
Oh, the skit.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just some random Orlando Brown meme I had on my phone,
Oh,
and I just needed something to because I know the two songs sound good next to each other. So I was like, fuck, I need something to like lead it into that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Too, is like we wanted to. That's also like a huge thing that we all wanted to like make sure that we got going on the albums. Like we wanted everything to have like character. We didn't want it to just be like, okay, you hear this shit in passing. Like, okay, there's gonna be little things that stick in your brain, even if you don't remember like a shut the fuck up. Even if you don't remember like a line from like a song or whatever, you're gonna remember like hearing this nigga Orlando Brown just like fucking moaning on the song. But,
I didn't.
bitch, you're the one that fucking added to the song. What the fuck you telling me pause for, nigga?
Yo, I didn't even know that was Orlando Brown, but it makes sense.
I didn't know that was happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think none of us knew that shit.
All right, we all finding out together. Fuck, everybody watching this too. Shit, damn. All right, well then we go on the Fried Up, which is Blkchrist and of course PradaRob, aka Pop Boy Belly in the Flesh. Man, first of all, that beat is crazy. I'm not gonna lie, that sample
Thanks,
flip
bro.
is crazy too.
Talk
Like,
about that one.
Yeah.
go ahead, talk about it,
I,
please.
I don't know how to make beats, so I came to this nigga.
Pause. Take care. Go ahead.
Oh, my fault.
No, that's not a
I,
pause.
I had came to this nigga crib to like get some some practicing. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And so he had chose a sample, and I was like trying to press the keys to like figure out how to make a tempo and everything, and I was fucking up. So I told him to like just show me something. But then what he had put down was so fire that I was like, fuck it, like. And I came back the next day and we just finished the song.
I got a question specifically for you. Like, do you also get pissed off at how effortless and good he is when you hear the shit he comes up
Nah,
with?
it's
It's not
it's
fair, man.
it's
Like,
it's
I listen.
admiration. It's admiration over anything because it's probably a lot of it's probably not even probably it's a lot of shit that I can learn from him in the future, of course. Whether that be like writing or like just making beat making, like, cause he tough.
You don't gotta tell me twice because I produced two, and this fucking dude is fucking. Every
Thanks,
time I hear
bro.
something, I'm just like, how the fuck did he do this shit,
Thanks,
bro?
bro. And even in the same accord with these niggas, like just the way that like this nigga rap, like it's so loose. Pause. That's crazy.
But nah, it's
It's
about
so like
rapping. You
so
didn't say
like
his head was loose.
like
Pause.
I've been rapping for like a kind of a long time, and like it becomes very like stale in the way of like it's just straight, right?
Uh-huh.
And these niggas like they like sometimes these niggas be rapping off beat and shit, but it sound crazy. You know what I mean? And it's like it's not super duper because I'm like I love 90s rap and that shit is just super clean and it's like but these niggas just be like saying crazy shit on the song. It sounds good. You know what I mean? Like
I'm
Yeah,
not gonna lie, because I think I heard Space, but I first heard you rap on Chris Rocks, which is one of my favorite shits, by the way.
yeah, yeah.
But when I heard you going off beat, it kind of did remind. I don't know if people are gonna kill me for this shit. It kind of did remind me of like it gave me a I don't give a fuck feel the same way ODB kind of had, where he just
Yeah,
did whatever
yeah,
the fuck
Yeah,
he wanted, and it
yeah,
still kind of worked.
yeah.
You go
yeah.
ahead and talk about it, yeah, please.
Yeah, of course, because like even like with that song for me, like that was the first song that I got to rap on that was with him. So I was like, okay, I definitely want to do some shit that like makes me stand out because I automatically know I'm gonna be, heard by this nigga's fans and shit. So I'm like, okay, I want something that's gonna for sure like stick with people. So I'm like, all right. When it comes to rapping, like I feel like some of my favorite rappers is niggas like ODB, that just kind of like go with like their own type of like weird flows and shit. Like they don't follow like some kind of construct rules when it comes to spinning their bars. But yeah,
Yeah.
All right, man. So, and also, I guess before we move on to the next track, I mean, what like explain the title "Fried Up"? Like, why that title?
I don't know.
I think you just put it because your first couple bars.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh damn, you don't
yeah.
smoke, right?
Nah, I don't smoke.
Oh shit, I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I actually don't remember this session. I think I just said it and I was like, oh, this
Eh,
is a cool title. I don't fucking
All right,
know.
I thought you got most of the titles with me.
all
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
But okay, so next track is favorite one. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to y'all, man.
yeah.
This is probably my favorite track of the whole shit.
Thanks,
I'm not
bro.
gonna lie because, and I'm not gonna lie, it's mainly because there's such a familiarity with the sample you chose, which we all know is Crystal Waters' Gypsy Woman.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just go ahead and say this off the bat. I didn't think that anybody else could make use of it and make it work after T.I. did it with Why You Wanna. I'm assuming you guys know that song, right? But the fact that you did it and like made it actually work, like it was one of the moments where I was like jealous again, like the fuck this guy, like what is he doing? So I need to ask you specifically, like just go into how the record was made from the inception of the idea to the completion of it. Like how did the whole process go?
Uh, what were we doing that day? I know Val was here.
That was the day we made it.
I think so. Yeah.
So that was the same day we made. Oh yeah, that was the same day we made.
Yeah.
Common too,
So
yeah.
I think one, I think I heard the Ti song on like I don't know if you listen to when Tyler Creator used to do like the summer camp mixes in like 2011,
I
and I
think
think he
so.
threw that on like a random playlist, and I was just like, oh shit, this is a crazy ass sample. I want to try to like flip it or whatever, and like I didn't think I was ever gonna put it out because I just kind of hate popular samples. I just hate like doing that shit sometimes. But it was so hard that I had to like put it out. I was like, all right, this is actually like pretty good, you know.
I
Shit,
also feel
man.
like it was like nah, but like with a sample like that, I also thought it was cool as fuck because I had to fight this nigga to keep the song on because I was like, nah, like it's gonna there's like familiarity in there, like it's gonna be like off the
Thank
rip,
you,
like you
sir.
hear you hear some shit like that, like no, it clicks in your brain, like oh shit, like I understand like the original version of this, like I'm gonna vibe out even more because I have a reference to this shit.
Yeah,
You just saved all of humanity by doing that. I want you to understand
yeah,
that. Thank you.
yeah.
Fucking Christ. But there's one part at the end where you left the open space, and I seen an actual interview of you, Black Christ, where you basically said that Quincy Jones and Roy Ayers were like influences for you as far as creating a world with your production, like almost
Yeah,
making
yeah,
a whole project as a story.
yeah.
And the reason why I kind of took that and kept it in my mind, and then I thought about it during this part I'm about to talk about in the song, is because Q-Tip, I believe, he said the same exact thing about those guys being an influence to him and why he specifically left space open at the end of like tracks like what was it? I don't know if you guys ever listened to the first Tribe album, People's Instinctive Paths. Song's youthful expression and description of a fool. If you listen to the end of those tracks, there's just a big open space where they just let the instrumental rock. And I guess it kind of gives the song a bit of character in itself like that. And I just wanted to know, was that a similar idea that you had when doing something like that? Just letting the beat rock and coming back in with the hook.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was crazy. That was very good what you just did. That
Yeah,
was
what a
sick.
great interview.
I have to
That was
try,
sick.
bro.
Yeah, great
That was
interview.
sick as fuck.
It's my first
But
time.
look at that shit. 9 minutes. All right. Yeah, it was sick.
Not minutes, no way.
Yeah.
Time going by
We could just
fast.
get back
What
on
the
it after.
fuck?
If it cuts off, then we just go back on.
Damn, I had so much.
Um
Pause.
nah, yeah, I kept the space on purpose just because like I know it's a popular ass house track. And I know in house music the shit be like 30 minutes fucking long. And it's just a dance break. Like it's just time for just people to just dance. Like the vocalist just shuts the fuck up and just everybody's just fucking dancing. Um, I noticed that a lot on Quincy records too. It's just music, like you know. Like sometimes the rapper gotta shut up. I really hate when rappers just keep going. Even on like songs like Big Mama thing, Lil Kim first album,
Okay. Mhm.
Jay-Z raps like 16 bars and then it's just instrumental and it's just
Like
like, yo, what happened to this nigga? Like why
for
did
like
he
a
stop?
bar or two, right? For like a
Yeah, yeah,
bar or
yeah.
two. Yeah.
So like shit like that. I don't know. I like small little things like that, but yeah, yeah.
That's what kind of impressed me when I noticed that. I'm like, oh, he left the space open, so he must be on the same wavelength. And that's what again, I was just like, this fucking guy, bro.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Jesus Christ. Man. All right. Then the next track, Liquid Tumor. Now,
Fucking song.
yes, yes. Well, PradaRob and Spaceboy, you both are on this, and you kind of take control of this whole fucking shit. By the way, that beat switch is insane.
Thank you.
Like, I actually,
That's all. Yeah.
I know, I was gonna say, I wrote in the notes, like, what the fuck were you thinking when you did that? Like, was there a
Go ahead.
particular, like, I'm gonna get back to you, Spaceboy, hopefully if you have time, but I need to know, like, was there a particular inspiration for that beat switch sounding the way it does? Like, did you like listen
It
to a
was
record and you heard a beat
Uh,
switch?
it was all
yeah, it
Like,
was all vibes. I like everybody was in the studio that day. It was mad people like oversight niggas was here. I think everybody was here.
yeah, word.
And except for Reggie. Um yeah, everybody was here. It was just like a flow state. So we had the first part of the beat and both of these niggas rapped over that first part. And then I was just listening to it. I'm just like I think it needs more because that first beat just sounds like a opening to something. So I'm like,
after like I said that not cause like well one my favorite fucking song off the album. I love that song. Great fucking producer work.
hey,
Cause like
yeah.
when we did the beat switch, I had did the I had did the chorus part where I was like fuck you niggas, and then at the last part I said ho, and these niggas kept on laughing, and he started just looping around the whole part, and then he was gonna turn into like a little mini bridge, which turned to like a whole entire separate beat. Was like, no, we need to keep this for the entirety of the rest of the song. Like, nah, for sure. That shit is hard as fuck.
yeah,
Yeah.
I see that song as just like how, like rappers freestyle is just like a producer freestyle kind of basically. Like it's just like fuck it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And this was another track where once again, like we were talking about earlier, where the bass kind of smacked against the lyrics,
Mm-hmm,
and you don't really
mm-hmm.
understand sometimes what the
Yep,
person
yep.
is saying. I heard it and I was like, okay, I think that only actually happens on two tracks, Darion and this one,
Yeah,
if I'm
yeah,
not
yeah, yeah, yeah,
mistaken.
yeah.
I love
A little bit on Create too, a little bit. I tried
A
to
little
do,
bit.
but I remember this nigga Prada was like, he's like, nigga, can you turn my fucking vocals up in the
Yes.
in this
Wait.
last part?
Wait.
And I was like, no, it sounds so
No.
fucking good,
I
crunchy.
gotta ask. Is he the guy that's muffled?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was listening to it. I'm like, I had the same idea. I'm like, damn, I wish because I'm gonna have to talk to him about this. I'm trying to catch some of the lyrics. And I'm like, fucking. I'm like, fuck.
Yep,
Like, did they
yep,
do this on
yep.
purpose?
Yeah, I think it forces people to sit there and like listen to it mad times. 'Cause I still don't know some of the lyrics too.
And what's the meaning of behind that title? Liquid Tumor.
There's no
Oh, yeah, it is.
Oh, okay.
It's what the song feels like, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
liquid tumor?
Yeah, it's just a
Okay.
stupid
Like all
name.
the crunch, the hard ass beats, the beat switch, all that. Yeah, word.
Crunch.
How many more minutes do we have? Because time
It
be
says
passing fast.
it
So
says 5 minutes, but once it ends, then we'll just jump on another.
yeah, I just didn't want to like talk and then I'll be
Nah,
and I
No, no,
come
no,
back.
no. Yeah, you got time. You got time. You got
All
time.
right, and then all right. So the next track, Donnie Free, featuring was this 463 Don, aka Donnie D, because that's what he calls himself on the song. Are you Donnie
Yes,
D?
sir, brother. Yes,
You
sir.
Donnie D
Donnie
in the
D.
back?
Flesh. Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
sir.
I was about to say, yo, I wanted to actually hear from you because you've been kind of quiet the whole time, man. How
Yeah,
are you, first of all? Because you haven't been speaking much.
I've been good, bro. I just felt the test today, man. You know how it go, man.
I got you,
One
got you,
of,
got you, got
one of
you.
those days, bro. How you doing, brother?
I'm blessed. I'm doing this shit right here.
Glad to
You
hear
know
that.
what I mean?
Amen. Amen.
Absolutely. Now I gotta say, first of all, because I'm talking about lyrics and production here. The beat starts off ominous, like a hum,
Yes.
like a creepy hum and shit. And Don, you were going crazy as far as like the subject you were talking. Like you were out here talking like a menace on the track. I'm not gonna lie. But you go ahead and tell us the backstory on the track from your perspective, because you are the one that's like rapping on here solo.
Honestly, at the time, Blkchrist was like, "Yo, let me just see what you want to do in this shit. Send me the beat." I honestly couldn't really write because I couldn't. I'm not really a writer, so
Mm.
I just was saying what I felt at the time, and that was it. I don't know. I just wanted to be on like a villain. I don't know, just for the just to play that character.
I
I'm trying
got
to play
you.
a little villain character, just
Right,
to
right.
just the flow, have fun. That's really what it was. Just trying to have fun or something, not really think too much, and just be myself. Oh damn! See, I'm gripping the mic. Pause. Yeah, pause.
Okay. Hey, fucking pause. Shit. Damn. So when you say you're not a writer, are you saying that you didn't write that yourself?
No, I freestyled that. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, you freestyle that?
Yeah,
Yo, you should try writing because that shit
yeah.
sounded pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
Thank
I'm not trying to like that. That shit sounded pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
you.
Shit sounded written. All right. Damn. I probably got like 2 minutes just the way the
Don't
shit's
rush,
going.
brother. Don't
Nah,
rush.
don't rush. Nah, you Gucci. Nah.
All right. Crown, J-Tom, Blkchrist, and AZ the Alpha. I wrote right here. You fucking did it again with the beat. The
Thank
fucking
you,
beat
thank
is
you, thank you,
crazy.
thank you,
I
thank you.
wrote right here. It sounds like shit Kanye would make in spaz to. Like it really does. Like this shit should
Yeah,
probably sound like it fits good on the radio, but because the way fucking music is and business is now,
yeah,
it's like if
yeah.
you don't have a backing, like people should hear this kind of shit. You get what I'm saying?
And
That's a
they will.
real
I
music.
hope so because like this shit is too good. How did I even wrote here? How the hell did you construct this beat?
Um, uh, I actually don't remember. I think I've always wanted to do like a project for Oversight, which is probably gonna come soon. Maybe I don't know. We talking.
Okay, okay,
I've always
okay.
just wanted to produce a whole project for them and like not rap on it. So I made the beat in like preparation for that, and this was like a year ago. Like I had that beat for a while,
Mhm.
and I think around the time I was listening to Daytona, by Pusha T, and like
Oh damn.
just how dark and like gritty those beats are, and I'm just like, how the fuck do I do that? You know what I mean? So that was kind of that. That was just me like being a
It-
Kanye clone.
that's what I was gonna say. Well, not the Kanye clone part, but the inspiration. But that's what I was gonna say. Like, funny enough, the Daytona was produced by Kanye West.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to do that. Like just have like just not even rap on a project and just have like niggas bar out on that shit. And I think J Tom and AZ is like perfect for like beats like that. Like these niggas, I shouldn't even have rapped on that. I actually skipped that song when I start rapping because I don't even want to hear myself on this. I'm just like
Mhm.
fuck, like these niggas like bar out, bro. It's insane. But
Yeah, I wrote because I mean, well, before I make this comment, I did want to. I was waiting to see if I should ask towards the end of this whole shit, but I guess I got asked now. Like, how did you guys go about selecting who gets to rap on the track? Like, was it something that someone handpicked, like, okay, you sound good on this beat, you should try something, or did you guys, whoever was there, just hop on that shit?
yeah,
Thoughts?
yeah, yeah, that's crazy.
Uh,
Sometimes,
absolutely.
sometimes. Well, the last project, the volume 1, it was more like whoever's in the studio, you get on it. But I didn't really like that because I'm like, I know certain people sound good on certain type of beats. Like even like these niggas would hear me making a beat, I'd be like, you could do a verse, but I don't know if this shit gonna make it on there because maybe it just doesn't fit the vibe of the shit. It could be a good verse, an excellent verse, but you
Sometimes
know
it's like certain shit.
yeah, there needs to be room for like space and music. Like it can't just be like pause. What I'm about to say is crazy, but you can't just cram everything down everybody's throat. That was crazy. No pause, no
Yeah.
pause. You can't just cram it down their throat. Like give it some room to breathe, and everybody can't be on it. Like that problem song by Layla and Cash Cobain, right? It's mad niggas on that song. There's no way in hell I'm gonna listen to this shit because they just cramming mad lyrics down my throat. It's just like I don't want this. That was crazy.
We're gonna get to a track though. We're gonna get to a track at the end though. We're gonna get to a track at the end.
Yeah, yeah. Create is different because that shit good.
Uh, excuse me.
I would say
Excuse
like
me. Oh, okay. Well, I'm not doing that intro again. Fuck that shit. Nah, but before we got cut off, what I was gonna say was that I was happy to hear, even though you guys stated it earlier, I was happy to hear that you guys didn't let the ego of someone directing you as to which song to get on. Because
Word.
a lot of times, especially with certain rap groups and collectives, a lot of that breaks apart due to sometimes maybe ego coming into play. Like, man, you gonna tell me I can't rap on this? I probably rap better than him and whatnot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
nah.
So that
yeah,
that trust and camaraderie that you have is like it's something to be admired, I guess. You
yeah,
gonna say something, Space Boy?
Oh yeah, word. Cause like something that I think is like so cool about our group is everybody kind of plays like a specific role. Like everybody raps style is like so different and shit too. So it's like no matter what, when it comes to a certain song, it's like all right, this person works well. Like a huge reason why we wanted to have Crunch over Prada's verse on Liquid Tumor was because the way that he raps is so like laid back and chill. So with me yelling, ad libs and shit, like it's kind of like a balance to it. Like, like you hear that, and also it kind of becomes like, how like when you're eating like a fucking sandwich or whatever, like okay, you need like certain pieces of shit to like, make this shit whole. These niggas fucking laughing, but I'm being
Okay.
so dead ass. Yeah, what's my
I
card?
I, I see
Nah,
that.
nah,
I
yeah.
see the
Like
imagery.
everybody plays like a specific key role with like every single song, so that's why like certain songs has certain people on it. That's why we needed him to like be the only person on Donnie Free, because like no, like that you completed that song. Like there's nobody else that like should be on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Fuck shit. I mean, yeah, you can't have a sandwich with just mayonnaise and nothing else in between. That sounded
Yeah,
crazy. I
yeah,
don't know
yeah.
why, but
Facts. Facts.
Jesus Christ. I mean, fuck. I gotta pause literally for that after I said that shit. Jesus Christ. Gotta lament that real quick. All right, but fuck yeah. So that was what song was that? That was Crown. No, was that Crown? Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, that was Crown. That was Crown. But I guess because you were speaking, I thought it was the song before that. So. Yeah. You're not a Queen, but so the next track, first of all, the next track is Claire O, and Blkchrist. I can already tell this is your favorite shit because I've been seeing this all over Instagram. I think you have shot a video for it.
Yeah, we did like a little TikTok video, a little joint.
Yeah, you fucking punching the brick wall. Shit.
Yeah, that was all. Yo, shout out Kalen. He
Jesus
was like
Christ.
our cameraman for that shit, and it was cold as fuck outside, and my fucking phone had like 6% on it. We were just like, fuck, let's just do a video. We shot like the Darion video the same day.
Was
Um,
that
yeah.
was the Darion video the one where you drank something, threw up, and then kept rapping like it was
Yeah.
nothing?
Yeah. I just wanted
Like,
it to look raw as fuck, raw as fuck, and
like
yeah.
that's what I was gonna say. Was there any thought process that goes into these videos, or do you just on the spot come up with some
A
shit?
lot of them, nah, no thought process at all. There's like a little concept I had before. Like Darion was supposed to be just one take, just
Mhm.
one fucking, but after a while I just kind of changed my mind and like just thought like this needs to be more dynamic and less fucking boring.
All right, man. Shit. Okay.
Yeah.
And now I was gonna say I can see why this is your favorite track because the sample is fucking crazy on this again. Once
Yeah.
again,
That Claro
that
shit. It's like being familiar with it again. It's like I love the Juna song. Juna is hard.
I
But
didn't even know that was
Claro.
true.
Yeah. The Claro song is Juna and like when I first heard that song, I'm like, yo, niggas need to fucking flip this. Like, what the fuck? Like, if you listen to her album, whole album is really good. There's a lot of samples on there, but it's low
Hmm.
key a hip hop album. Like, if you listen to the whole shit, every
Okay.
song is like a hip hop song.
impressive as fuck when it comes to that.
Yeah, Claro's insane. And nah, yeah. But I wanted it to be like a boom bap type rock beat too. So yeah,
Shit, shout out to Clara. Well, fucking
yeah, she's bad.
yo, I wanted to say on this track,
She bad as shit.
hey,
Claro, if you watching this, I love you.
there you go. On this
Six four
track, you
six. Sorry, continue.
okay? Anything else?
No, continue.
Clara Christ?
Claro,
Anything?
oh, that'd be crazy.
Clara
Claro
Christ?
Christ, that'd be crazy.
All right, so you went first of all, you went from freaking some chicks to the first verse, and I think Spaceboy, you went from styling on people, and then the beat switches, and then
Yeah,
you let off some steam.
yeah. I don't know why
Like,
I started dissing niggas.
yeah, you started this as some
Because I'm
former
supposed to be
members.
on that track, remember?
Oh yeah.
Now
Yeah,
I don't. So I was gonna say, I don't know if this has ever been talked about in the open space. Do you, because you end up dissing some former members, do you want to talk about what happened, or we don't have to touch that
we
subject if you
could,
don't want
we
to?
could. I want to talk about it. What the fuck? I love talking.
I don't know because I don't know how deep it runs and shit. Like I
No,
don't
no, no,
want to
no,
like.
no. I love talking about
All
it.
right, so
It
all right,
actually,
so
it actually, it actually kind of connects what you were saying about the ego thing, and like that's the reason why like them niggas say they left the group, they got kicked out. That's two different things. Like if you quit your job and you get fired, that's two different things. Um,
uh
it became like a weird ego thing in the sense
and
of yeah, go
I
ahead.
just I want to preface so if that people don't know out there or not in the loop or whatever, I'm talking about Malachi Hurd and Trey the artist, right?
Yeah. I don't
So
know
you're
them.
saying they got
I don't know
kicked?
those names,
Oh,
but
okay.
yeah, I think it's
Oh,
them.
all right. I just okay, cool. Go ahead, continue. I just wanted to like
I think it's them.
okay.
Nah,
All
yeah.
right. Go ahead.
Yeah, niggas was just mad because I'm a fucking producer, and like you said, it's being led sometimes. Like, oh, maybe you wouldn't sound good on this song when niggas' egos are like, oh no, you saying I'm not good, or like certain songs that we perform, it's like no, I feel like I'm doing a service, not a disservice. I'm doing a service to niggas. If I tell you,
Mhm.
yo, don't do that song at this show, it's ass. Obviously, I'm not saying it like that,
Ooh.
but like, I'm not saying it like that, but like, it's like quality control, you know, and that's where groups go wrong sometimes because there's no quality control. Like, you look at like fucking like Caribou and Lil Yachty. That's like the same exact situation. I can tell Yachty had his quality control. You look at the other members in the group and they putting out hot shit. Like that Concrete Boys album that just came out. Like this nigga's always talking about that shit.
That's like a top 5 favorite album.
And you can tell Yachty was an executive
Okay.
producer in that, and they allowed him to like they just like shut up, and then they were just like, all right, cool, we'll listen on this front, beat wise, everything. But niggas was mad because whatever, it's their egos and shit. But
All right.
yeah,
I'm glad you kind of made that comparison because I remember there was a live that Lil Yachty did where he was talking about Caribou and how he specifically had her go last on the On the Radar freestyle and chose her to
yes,
rap over the 808s because it'll make her stand out and bring out her shit more. All
yep,
right, so you were saying that you kind of played a similar role to that, and I guess they didn't, for some
yep.
reason, I
They didn't
guess
really
they
fuck with
didn't.
it, and I actually sometimes I kind of feel bad for them just because like imagine if I wasn't on Brokeland Volume 2. Like I'd be so mad if I was them. Like I'm like if I was Malachi, right, and I'm listening to the album, I'd be like, I really wish I was on Claro. I really wish I was on Create. He was on Create. He got taken off. Um, I just
Oh,
like I wish that song is really old.
Yeah, we have
You
like
know?
20
okay.
of these verses on that shit.
Yeah, yeah. So like, yeah. I just wish that people just put their ego down. Sometimes, everybody gotta have ego. I'm a Gemini, so
Uh-huh.
sometimes I got ego. But everybody got it. But sometimes you gotta put that shit in your back pocket and just let shit rock. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, these niggas is mad
Absolutely.
quiet.
Yeah, yeah, I'm just saying. No,
Yeah,
no, because I'm saying because I know at one point you were saying that maybe I could like work it out one day, but then after a while I was just like, nah, fuck them. So like I'm
no, no,
guessing
no. Yeah.
somewhere it just went from bad to
Yeah,
worse
it
at
just
some
clicked.
point.
Yeah, it just clicked.
All right.
Yeah.
And I guess to kind of get off, just to end the whole thing on this track specifically, I want to ask, like, do you feel a sense of release when you like, I guess, shoot shots at them particularly, and you feel like you let a weight off your shoulder? Because after you said the rhyme, you kind of just said that, you didn't even like rhyme words at the end of that. You were just saying that because you were mad as fuck. You like say that at the end of the track.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to know if that's something that, is like a release for you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I just wanted to curse them out, but niggas be so pussy in real life, so you can't even see them in real life and say it. So I gotta say it on a song. That's
Okay.
really how it be. You know what I mean? So like, it's like these are people that I've like known. I know them in real life. I like be around these niggas. I know where these niggas live and shit. I know people that be. I'm not saying I know where they live. Like I'm gonna pull up on niggas. That's
I
not
was
what
about to say, damn, I don't know if
not
you
like that. Not
should
like
choose
that.
some
Not like that. Not like
words.
that. I'm saying.
Chill. Might want to cut
I'm
that part.
saying it in a
Might want
way
to
of
cut that
like
part off,
I'm like
please.
What the fuck?
Please,
I'm in
yeah,
like
like we're not trying to do that right
yeah.
here.
I'm not
Please,
trying to do that.
people. That's not what
If
we're
I
trying to.
was though, I would do. No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
I'm in like their atmosphere, so I had to say it on the song.
Well, the
Yeah,
beauty. Oh, okay.
not
So
yet.
the beauty of that is that after that, like very intense, like moment on the album, it goes into a more lighthearted album with Condom.
Yeah,
Which, by the way, it says it's only you, but on that track, is that Space Boy or
Yeah.
Prada
yeah.
Rob on there?
Yeah.
Because
It's just Space Boy.
okay, yeah, because it didn't say featuring Space Boy on that. So I just wanted to kind of see who it was that was also on the track with you. And I wrote down that basically it sounded like the whole aura of the song kind of gave we're just making music for fun, lighthearted track about relationships and messing with chicks in the most funniest way type of shit. Like it almost kind of came off as if, let's just make something fun today. Let's not like worry too much about, yo, does the sound good or the quality and all that. Like let's just have some fun. Is there any truth to that?
Yeah, like the song. All right, first of all, huh? We could fuck right now. Let me get my condom. Say, let me get my condom. But yeah, that
Yeah.
whole. All right, first, that whole entire song we made in 25 minutes. Beat being made, rapped on, like mixed all that shit in like 25 minutes, like less than a fucking SpongeBob episode. Niggas we were supposed to be interviewed that day by like one of our friends for like a project they're working on.
Mhm.
And in the meantime, when we was just waiting around, I was like, okay, like fuck it, like let's do this shit. He started like making the beat, like just playing around the piano. After that, did the drums. He made like he freestyled like his verse, and then afterwards he asked me if I wanted to rap on it. I was like, okay, cool. and I did my whole entire freestyle in a first try, one take. The whole entire shit, I kind of just rambled on. I kind of told a whole entire story with it too. I was like, I started off just like wanting to fuck a girl, and then in the end, like we had a relationship, and then we broke up and shit. Like I don't know where the fuck that came from. That's one of my favorite freestyles ever. But yeah, like niggas just after that, we was like, okay, we don't know what we're ever gonna do with this because we made this shit like back in like March, right? Yeah, like niggas, yeah.
Yeah, the whole song is just like bullshit. It's yeah, we just having fun and shit. Cause sometimes fucking rappers be so fucking serious all the time, bro. And it be pissing me the fuck off. It's just like, nigga, how many niggas can you kill in a song? How many drugs can you do? How many drugs can you sell? How many times did you go to jail? It's like, my nigga, can we just talk about safe sex?
No, but like,
And
I feel like,
go ahead.
I feel like some no real shit too, cause like somebody brought this up to me the other day. I feel like Condom is like one of the like greatest highs on the album in a way because it's like there's no two songs on this album that sound alike. Like every single song, there's something on there
Just
for
taking it.
somebody. Now I feel like that's one like the greatest parts like makes like so much people, you know, fuck with even like us as like artists is because like nothing that we ever do feels like one we're fabricating shit, but like on top of that too, we're never doing anything to stay within the box. Like now we're making good shit. We're making shit that we know is entertaining. No matter what, we don't ever like back down to like try to look cool or whatever the fuck. So yeah, that's what we always try to focus on, is just quality content no matter what, and making music.
You literally taking away some of my talking points at this point because I was gonna say like there's just something on here for everybody and not like two tracks sound alike. And if there are two tracks that sound alike, it's only two. You get what I'm saying? And what I wrote down here was that the beat kind of sounds like a light, playful Neptunes type production, but the delivery sound like something Kanye would have done earlier in his career. So I wanted to know, is that an accurate description? If that even was the intention in the first place? I know you said space where you freestyled your shit, but like,
Yeah, we
That was a minute-long freestyle,
yeah. That's a crazy like deep dive. I didn't even. I don't know. We were just
I guess
fucking
'cause when
around.
we were just having fun. So
Yeah, we were
didn't,
just
like,
yeah.
really, like even think of like a reference point.
Yeah, that shit was just.
I heard his voice.
I guess 'cause
first, I just rapped on it.
I guess because the way like sometimes Kanye would just playfully play with his flows and it would sound kind of like what the song sounded like it's not that serious. So I'm just gonna talk my shit
Yeah.
and add a bit of oomph to my lyrics or you know in certain parts I might accentuate some words to make it
Yeah.
catchy, but I'm really just having fun.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of vibe I got from the lyrics. And then the production sounded like a little bit of touch of like early Neptune shit, like
Right.
with the main sound. So that's the only reason why I kind of made that correlation. I just wanted to know if that was something that
Yeah. Even if you listen to my verse on that, like some of the words are like cut off and stuff because I just didn't do
yeah.
the punches correctly or anything. It's just
Like I'm trying to remember. You said something about like Lilo and Stitch and then slapping a bitch.
yeah. I don't know. It
Something like
made
that.
zero sense. It made
Lilo
zero
and
fucking
Stitch.
sense.
I'm gonna slap a bitch or some shit like.
Yeah. It was dumb.
There you go. Yeah, like it was like, and that's what I kind of like about this track in particular throughout the whole album. It really is just a fun track that you could. Well, I don't want to say play for anybody, but it's just like something. You know, it's just like it's
Yeah.
lighthearted fun. You know, it's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
it's nothing to take serious, and it's still good. It sounds good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's the most important thing.
Facts.
And then, oh wait. Hold up. I gotta ask about this because I think Blkchrist, you said this at the end of the track, and I gotta. Are you looking for something?
No. You can say. You can say.
I needed. I need to ask this question, bro. You said also ABC 1 2 3 baby fuck my cheeks. Why,
Never
bro?
happened.
Explain that bar, nigga. Yeah,
Never
explain that
happened.
bar.
Why, bro?
Explain that
That
bar.
never
You
happened.
said
No, I promise.
That was
Pull up the
that
lyrics,
was
nigga. I promise it happened.
that was literally Michael
who
Jackson.
Michael Jackson never say that bar.
came
Michael
back from the
Jackson
grave.
Michael did not say that bar.
Michael said it. I got a feature.
Yo,
$1 billion a word.
that's crazy.
That's why it's so.
He came back from the dead to let people know you could just violate his cheeks.
Yeah.
Basically, fucking deflate the air out of the cheeks, I guess. Fuck it.
Hey yo.
I'm just going off what you said.
You can't recover from that. That was wild. I'd never said
To be
that.
fair, he's referencing your lyrics.
Exactly. I'm saying what you're saying.
You know, it's
said it
funny.
was
I don't
MJ.
even.
The Genius interview, you would have to.
I don't even listen to that song that much. I forgot that. I thought you was just making that up. But I actually do say that.
No, you said
That's so
that.
funny.
I
actually
took
said
I
that.
took notes on that specifically to ask because you be
That's
saying some
pretty
crazy
gay.
shit sometimes. Like
That's pretty gay that you circled it on your paper. He's like, I want.
well, you're the one that said it, and you
You're
thought
right.
that.
You're right.
You said I'm gonna put this this. I'm gonna go ahead. This is going on the song.
Good
Like,
point. Good point.
I'm
Good
just
point.
saying
there you
too, to
go.
make
There you
matters
go.
worse, again,
Yeah.
that's a freestyle. So that's really his true feelings on the song right there. I'm just saying
There
that's
you
also
go.
what makes it worse.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just coming out.
Instead of condom, you should just call it pause. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you.
Pause on that whole track, realistically. Yeah.
Or dildo.
All right. All right. And okay, and then the final track on the album, Create. And I'm gonna try to list all the names that are here that were on the track. So yeah, Blkchrist, J Tom,
Yep.
Smooth Santana,
Yeah.
RJ Chase. I think he's
Yep.
Trigger Trey, Space Boy, and of course AZ Alpha. This is, I'm guessing, the Scenario Triumph track of the album and also the last track. So
Yeah.
I need to know specifically for this one because there's so many people on it. How was this track recorded, and was everybody in the studio at once, or was it like you record here and then somebody else come?
It was a fucking headache, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, just being an engineer in the best way possible was a fucking headache. Cause there's so
Jeez.
many fucking niggas. Matt, that sounded crazy. There's mad niggas that just live. Some niggas, well, Smooth Santana and the Oversight niggas, they live in fucking Queens, so they gotta come all the way to Brooklyn and then do their verse, and niggas be like, oh wait, let's do more takes, blah blah blah, shit like that. I kind of it was we all weren't in the studio together. It kind of just like was like multiple separate sessions. That song has been around for like 2 years, a year maybe.
Yeah, about 2 years. Almost.
2 years.
Yeah.
Just because I
We
love
started
posse
from that
cuts,
long
so like I wanted to make one happen, and it took mad fucking long, and I can understand like why some posse cuts take long. And then just taking people's verses off. So I don't want to be unspecific. Taking Malachi and Trey's verse off, and then it's just so much, so much that goes into it. So
Shit, man. So I guess one thing I wanted to ask is why was it important that that be the last track?
because it was long as shit, and I also thought it was like hilarious to put it there because people's attention spans are cooked, and it's like if you really enjoy something, you'll enjoy it, sit there and listen to the whole thing. I also think that it's a myth that our attention spans are bad. I know I just said it, but I think it's I think it's a myth. I think because people like tune into things that they enjoy. I'll watch a whole 20-minute long video of MF Doom just talking about his favorite fucking lyrics and his songs, like, or I'll watch a fucking I watched a 4 hour long documentary on Leonardo da Vinci.
In one shot.
Just one shot. I watched the whole fucking shit. So I'm like, I think it's bullshit for people to be like, oh yeah, attention spans and like content. That shit is bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, they gotta be interested in the first 3 seconds. Like, no,
Yeah,
these
yeah,
people
yeah.
just need context and just make shit that's good. You know what I mean? So
The
yeah,
funny thing,
create is good, and people
yeah,
just the whole thing.
the funny thing you actually going and pointing that out, that that whole shit is a myth, is that Tyler the Creator also pointed that same shit out. I don't know if you guys watch Rap Radar with fucking Bada and Elliot, but he said the same exact thing in his interview where I guess he had a song on his album before this one that he just dropped, and it was like 9 minutes long or some shit. I know Spaceball, I know you a fan of fucking Tyler, so maybe you know what I'm talking about.
That shit's like 10 minutes long. Yeah.
10 minutes long, and he was kind of saying like it shouldn't matter as long as the music is good, because I think he said that somebody from Migos, I think it was Offset or somebody, said that that was his favorite joint on the album, and it's 10 minutes long, and that as long as it's good music, that the length really isn't going to matter after a while
Yeah,
because the shit
yeah,
is just so great.
yeah. That also ties into how people say, like, how people complain that everybody is like an artist now or a musician, or it's so easy to become a musician, but in actuality, like, it like it still weeds itself out. You know what I mean? Because people will tune into shit that's good. You know,
Right.
you could consider I could say I'm a giraffe right now, but am I actually eating grass like how an actual giraffe is fucking eating grass? No. You know what I mean? I have the choice to do that. But am I gonna? That was a terrible
Okay.
analogy, but
That was
Yeah, it
that
kind
was
of
that
came
was
out of
terrible. That
nowhere.
was
It
terrible.
kind of came
That
out
was
of
pretty
nowhere,
bad. That was
but
pretty bad.
I was
That was
willing to
pretty
give
bad.
it a chance. I was willing to give it a
That was
chance. I
pretty
was
bad.
like, this guy's a creative genius. Let me see where he's gonna take it.
That was pretty bad. That was
Let
pretty
me.
bad.
I mean, that was kind of pause
That
too.
was
See
pretty
where he's
bad.
gonna
Yeah,
take
yeah, yeah.
it.
But I just think that
Yeah,
niggas online be
I gotta be a
like
track. Go ahead.
try like just put hashtags and fucking like try to like it's not like a I don't think art is something that you could sit there and like figure out. It's not like, oh, this is the key to do this. Like when people post, on YouTube and shit. I'm going into a rant, but when people post on YouTube
But
and they be like, "Oh, these are 5 secrets to go viral," like
yeah, I see what you're saying. Those
make some
videos.
shit that's hot and just like if 10 niggas see it, if 50 million niggas see it, niggas saw it. Keep making shit over and over and over again. People want hacks, and that means that you don't love the art. Just make shit
I
that you
wasn't.
fucking want to make. You can
I
take it.
literally was not gonna bring this shit up the whole entire interview, but I remember you saying something like this, similar about another individual. And I say it because this individual has been doing the same thing about telling independent artists how to kind of make it without following the norm. And the
Yeah,
person that I'm talking about is Russ.
Russ. Russ.
Because you said, and this, I mean, this has nothing to do with the album, but I just have to bring it up. You said in one of the tracks, "Fuck Russ too," and you
Yeah,
telling, and after that, you're saying like, "Yo, just go and make music. Don't follow
yeah.
anything." So,
Yeah, I really meant that because people think it's like some formula you have to do to become viral and become like this thing. It's like one, a lot of the times you got to play the long game on something. Like if you like to do something, my nigga, then just fucking put each ingredient in that shit to make the whole meal, bro. Like you can't skip steps. You know what I mean?
right,
Like unless you want to make shit that's like McDonald's, like, but
No, yeah, word. Yeah,
it's either McDonald's shit or you want some like crazy gourmet top 5 5 star French restaurant type shit. You know what I mean? So that was
right,
too.
Nah,
yeah,
yeah. And also I feel yeah, they can fix it. He fix it. Yeah, good shit, good shit. But yeah. But like, and I feel like that's also like a huge reason why like I fucking love this crew too, is because like we don't do shit for the sake of like, okay, we're gonna like get some kind of get rich quick scheme. We're not like just trying to put something like, oh, this go viral and blah blah. Like, no, like we give a genuine fuck about the quality of our music. Like everything that we put out, we don't ever just try to be like, oh, this shit will like for sure blow. Like, no, we're like, no, this is good fucking music. Somebody's gonna pick up on it at the end of the day, because like no matter what, like you said, like if you putting out good shit, nobody's gonna just like stay away from it no matter what. Like you could hear something over and over again, some shit is fucking trash. Like you're still not gonna want to like tune into it.
Yeah, yeah. Like also, I know we going like on a tangent on this shit, but
no, go
also,
ahead.
like when it was like the first week when this shit came out, and niggas was asking to see like numbers. Like I remember Brad was asking to see the numbers, and like a lot of the time, I just don't allow niggas to see numbers because then it affects the way that you make music. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And like you could just tell like how niggas be like on Instagram, like, oh yeah, this is day 54 of me trying to find or trying to make niggas listen to my music. If you gotta do all that shit, my nigga, just evaluate how you making your tracks, bro. Like one, as an artist, there has to be something in your brain where it's like, I don't give a fuck how many niggas see this shit. I'm gonna just keep fucking like making my shit. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
trying to force somebody to listen to like you look like an ad. You know what I mean on the internet,
Right, right, right.
which
The
I
way they
don't
presented
understand
it.
how people do that. And that's no shouts. That's no shout out or shots to anybody that I follow on Instagram. But all of them niggas do
Jeez.
that shit, bro. All of them niggas
Hmm.
do that shit, and it makes my fucking eyes hurt. I don't want to look at my phone anymore.
Shit.
Now it's not even like a focus on it. Now, because like
Yeah,
now
gives
it's
them
not even a focus on your music neither. Like now it feels like I said, like it feels like a fucking ad. Like you're not even like I don't care about your art anymore. Like now it feels like I'm being forced to listen to this shit. You feel me?
Yeah. In the words of Kendrick, you faking for likes and digital hugs, nigga. Fuck the digital hugs. Hug yourself.
There you
Nigga.
go. There you
All right.
go. Damn, that was
Continue.
a
That was a good rant.
no. Yeah, it was a good rant, but I think it's also a needed one too because I think that a lot of people feel like they need to do that. Some might even argue, well, we are advertising our music, and that's why we do that shit. But to see someone come at it from another angle, from the other side, I think it's just as important. Because there's a lot of people out there doing that same exact thing. Like, all right, guys, don't go and put it on Spotify. Do this. Follow us if you want to have your own email, website, and so to see somebody out here saying the exact opposite and actually thriving off of it somewhat because you guys have been around what since 2018, if I'm correct?
Yeah, kind
Like
of.
actual making music, and you're
Yeah.
still at it. You're still at it. You're still making quality shit,
Yeah.
and you're not
Thank
letting
you.
it
Thank you.
deter you.
Yeah.
And you've been getting higher because like you've gotten commercial opportunities. Like what's the chip commercial that you got?
Put some Takis on it.
Put
Takis
some
on it.
Takis on it. There
Some
you go.
Takis
By the
on it.
way,
Put some
these guys
Takis on it.
are the guys that do that shit. For those that see that commercial and hear that shit and wonder who it is, it's these guys right here. And I think you've also said you guys get play overseas too, right?
Yeah, hell yeah. We actually have a big ass fan base in like the Philippines and like in Europe. Like some places in Europe. Random as shit. Yeah, random as shit.
And again, that's all from doing it the way you're doing it, not doing it the way that these people are saying you have to do it. So I think that's important for people to kind of digest that shit, because
Also,
it's more. But
oh, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
no, I was gonna say, there's more than one way to actually become successful. But I think it also depends on what are you doing it for. I think you have to
Yes,
find that out first.
yes, and people really like you can see who's what they're in it for on social media because they use social media and they don't be social. That don't make
Mm.
no sense. How you got those bars, my nigga? Like niggas do not be social. Like they expect just random people out of the ether, out of these hashtags to come on their page, get a like, and then that's like their fan. Like this, it's like idolizing a nigga. It's just like, bro, you gotta be social. You gotta be able to like sit there and talk. Like that's the ego thing. Take your fucking ego, throw that shit out the window when you're in the studio and when you're on this social media. These people are
Mhm.
just people just like you. Like talk, nigga. You know what I mean? Like even unless you fucking Michael Jackson or some shit, and niggas can't reach you. You can't be dark and mysterious. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a
Yeah.
fuck about like
No,
niggas be
that's
so,
a huge reason why like we doing good too. Like niggas fuck with us as like
as
individuals.
Give him
people.
mic,
As
pause.
people.
Yeah. Nah, but like,
Yeah, get so.
nah, but like that's a huge reason why like I feel like we're like getting to like be where we're at at this rating shit. Cause like no, people fuck with us. Niggas fuck with how he makes his beats. Niggas fuck with like the videos that we put out, the clothes, the whatever the fuck. Shut up, bitch. Anyways, so niggas fuck with like the quality like shit that like we really like filming like actually putting out. It's not just like a linear thing with it. Like no, it's everything together.
Definitely. My shit just went.
Wait,
All right, so
we can't go to the Philippines and perform. Now you got niggas got me hyped. Like,
there you go. There you go. So you learn something new every day.
nigga, I got a
Yeah,
passport, nigga.
get some
Ah
passport,
man.
man. All right, so I mean, I guess that was volume 2. So I guess I got two. For how much time do we have? Because
Wait,
then
I have
maybe
a question
afterwards we
for
could just.
you. I have a question for you.
Ah, damn, you got a question for me? I said two more questions, but you know what? I fuck
Just
with
one
you. Go
more.
ahead.
Just one
Go
more.
ahead. Go ahead. Go
How
ahead. Go
long?
ahead. Go
How
ahead.
long did it take you to gather all this
Nah,
information?
yeah, well, you're doing it. You grab the mic.
You want dead ass? Dead
I'm
ass?
serious. I'm so serious.
Nah, yeah,
Dead
I'm very
ass.
curious.
Like you're doing a great fucking job interviewing. No,
Yo.
real shit. We done a couple interviews before. You're a great fucking interviewer, dog. Real shit.
You're doing your thing, brother.
Those last interviews suck dick.
All right.
Damn. All right. Well, for the people that last interview them, if you're watching this and you're hearing this, I'm sorry. I don't know if I even should have said some shit like that. But to answer your question, I'm gonna just be 100% authentically honest. I was supposed to come do this at 3 I exercised at 11 and I went to go eat something. So really like an hour and 30 minutes.
Ooh. So you know where to look. You eating. You doing your
Yeah.
thing.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Stepping up.
I did, but that's also like certain parts of the shit that I was talking about, like the Q-Tip and Quincy Jones thing. I read that a while ago, and that shit because I don't even feel comfortable saying this shit. Like I don't like to say I'm an artist myself because I've never really put something out like that for me to I'll be out there bragging and shit like that. But I do beats and I rap sometimes. I just
You
haven't
got
done
some
it.
good
But I
beats.
also take coming from you, thank you. But like I always implement those things in my head because I'm like, wow, okay, so I wasn't the only person thinking like that. And when I hear you guys and your music, that's why I kind of get jealous. I'm like, oh, they're doing what I want to do, but they're actually doing it. And it's like, oh, I need to know if they're getting some of the shit from the places that I got it. So things like that I've been had in my brain. But as far as like the lyrics and my thoughts on the songs and everything, like that was literally within the hour. Because the album was like at least what 30 minutes,
Yeah,
maybe.
About 31
30 minutes. Yeah.
And then while listening, taking notes, so you figure the whole process at least 40, 50 minutes, like an hour. And
Yeah,
then you got to muster up the courage to do this shit. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So
My
to answer your question, yeah.
our main thing is just like not giving a fuck. You know,
Yeah.
I idolize like punk rock bands, like a lot of those niggas that was in London, and they would just fucking jump in that crowd and go fucking crazy, and like they just did not give. Like I want to be like hip hop punk, you know, like hip punk. That shit don't sound as cool. That's hip hop.
Would you say
I'm trying to
Beastie
say
Boys was that?
BC Boys a little bit. BC Boys a
Because
little
I
bit.
people would like to say that they started off as a punk group and then they became hip hop.
And then became hip hop. Yeah. Yeah, I just want to take like the grittiness back into hip hop. You know what I mean? And
Yes.
yeah,
And yo, real shit too. This is the reason why, like, yo, this
Mhm.
nigga right here, one of my favorites. Yo, this nigga right here, yo, one of my favorites performers of all fucking time, son. And I mean that like dead ass. Like our whole entire group, like like I feel like that really is like our biggest thing. Like none of us give a fuck, but this nigga especially right here, like it makes you feel a lot more. Oh yeah, we're hold on. But it makes niggas feel a lot more comfortable to be like I don't give a fuck about like like jumping around into the crowd and also shaking niggas. If you see this nigga jump around in his fucking underwear, like you feel a lot more comfortable to like not give a fuck.
Bro, I was actually at a show. I was actually at a show and I see you guys do that shit. And Space Boy, you need to take some credit too, because you be the first person hopping in the crowd sometimes before
Nah,
he
OD,
does. You
OD.
just be I call them the bunny hops. I don't know if you've seen it. I dubbed them the bunny hops. You hopping like a bunny in the crowd. I still remember you fucking got Blkchrist, you specifically. I still remember they had to kick you off because you stood on top of the
Nah, he
piano.
was wilding. He was
And then
wilding.
immediately afterwards, you got off like it was nothing and went to take a shit right afterwards.
I didn't even know.
Nah, I
Jesus.
swear. Nah, we did not know. We did not know at all.
The footage came out, real shit. We did not fucking know.
We was too
Man,
into
when I
it. We
was-
was too
Like, we
into
were
it.
so in the mode, we did not see that shit until afterwards. We were confused as
Yeah.
fuck. We thought the show was just over. We didn't know we got kicked off.
Nigga teleported.
Yeah, I heard that shit. Like,
Almost.
all right, guys, you gotta go. Stop, dude.
Like what
We
happened?
were so in the mode, I did not even hear that.
What's fucking sick is that venue don't even exist anymore, and we was like the last act.
What?
Fucking
Are you serious?
Yeah, real shit. No bullshit.
Dead ass?
That's how true it is.
That's how fucking true it is.
Nah,
Nigga.
that's
Turn out
crazy.
the
That's
fucking house,
fire
nigga.
as fuck.
Yeah.
Damn.
All right, fuck, we got 7 minutes. All right.
That
All
ass?
right, cool. All right, cool. So let's get just two last questions. So I want to say, are you guys happy with the reception you've been seeing from the album? If you've seen
No,
it?
fact.
no, I'm kidding.
What?
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Yo, that shit's been awesome. Fuck yeah.
All right, cool. And then the other question is, why should people go out their way to listen to this album amongst all the other hot albums out there? I mean, Kendrick just dropped, and
'cause
Doechii just. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, you can continue.
I was gonna list artists out
Oh
there.
no, yeah,
but, you know,
name all of them. Name all of them.
name them. Oh, I was gonna say Kendrick just dropped a lot of TDE, which is gonna be a follow-up question because it's not part of the interview, but just on some hip hop shit, just talking. But like, yeah, like fucking Kendrick, Doechii, Tyler, Absol. I think Mac Miller just dropped the album from the grave.
Nah,
this
that's
week.
crazy. They should stop doing that.
I think.
No, yeah, they should.
They should stop doing that.
I personally think they should listen to it because it's better than all those albums you just named and all those niggas.
I knew you were gonna say
named.
something like that.
So
knew you were gonna
I
say
think
something like that.
I truly think that's why you should listen to it.
Tough. The shit is tough, bro.
And that's not even just like us like trying to like be overhyped about shit. Like, no, this is quality fucking work. Yeah.
Like, I'm honestly surprised of half the songs that I was hearing on that album. Like, yeah, I'm on it, but I'm like a fan too. I'll be listening to everybody like, whoa, he just said that. Like, I'm telling you, my guys are talented. It's crazy.
Yeah. Fuck, man. And all right, so I guess that's it. But I just want to talk on some hip hop shit.
Embarrassing.
One of the things that's been going on as of recently, I don't even know if you guys are like paying attention to it too much. So just off the top of the year, and this kind of goes into what I want to say as to why I feel like you guys should be noticed more. So at the top of the year, last year the West Coast had an amazing year. Kendrick beat Drake and therefore uplifted and galvanized and united the West, and so many TDE artists have been dropping. But one of your fellow Brooklynites, Joey Badass, right off June 1st, dropped The Rulers Back, took some sublims at the West, and since then, a lot of people have been coming at him. And the one criticism I hear is that people always say, well, the East doesn't really have that many people out there that are known and talented like that to kind of help him out in a situation like this. And just disregarding from the beef, that's why when I go in my head, I'm like, even like fuck the beef, but like Brokeland is right there in Brooklyn. Brokeland is right there, but unfortunately, because of the independence and the way the music business work, it's like they don't want to kind of give that music a shot. Because you guys are out there, you have commercials, you have fans overseas, but it almost seems like the way the music business is structured, it's like you guys have to go like a few steps to like even just be looked at in that light, even though I feel like your music can compete. And I just wanted to say that personally as a statement, just straight up, no glaze. That sounds
Thank
like
you.
a hashtag.
I agree with all that. I just think that fuck, I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, you go ahead.
I would say something. Nah, the East is tough. Like we comp, like it's just a Western. Come on, bro. We comp, bro. You feel me?
I didn't catch that.
We
That's
comp.
crazy.
We comp.
Like competition.
But
Oh, competition. I thought you said we come.
I
No, it's
know.
like competition. Yeah, that's the word.
Come on.
Yo.
Nah, but Joey Badass, I fuck with him, but he's stripping. I don't even know why he would do that. Trying to fucking poke the giant.
I was gonna
He's
ask.
stripping.
I was gonna ask, like, how do you guys feel about that? Like,
I like that.
Nah, I like it,
I
but
like the competition side of it.
if Kendrick decide to do something, like we don't want Joey to die. You feel me? Like, there's no reason to do that shit.
Yeah.
I fuck with
Yeah,
him.
because
What's up?
he's getting hit up by a lot of people. So from the West, I don't know if you guys pay attention to that, but
Yeah,
yeah,
and
man.
to the comment about like us not just being mainstream yet, and like the which is
Do
like
you even want that?
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I want to
Okay,
be.
I'm just saying because
Yeah,
some
hell
people.
yeah. I don't want to be broke no more.
no,
Yo. Also, artists on Instagram and shit, they be like, "Oh no, we should just stay underground because we for the people." Fuck that,
Fuck
nigga. I want
Say it,
money.
Yo,
I
say it.
want
I
money
feel like you
and
don't.
power, nigga.
Yo,
Fuck what the
Shit,
fuck.
man.
I feel like you
Fuck this
don't.
underground shit, nigga. I don't want to be underground.
Yeah.
I love my underground niggas though, but fuck that. I don't want to be underground forever.
Well, I
But
will
it's
say
fine though. I
that
think people will. will become privy to it eventually. You know what I mean?
I know we got a little bit of time left, but I am part of this Discord and I do art for this YouTube channel, Hip Hop Talks, where they kind of do a podcast every week about hip hop. And I brought up your names, and there's actually a guy in that Discord that actually knows of you guys,
Oh,
so
that's
you're
sick as
making
fuck.
some progress. And I think he's from the West Coast too.
Oh, sick.
Funny enough.
Sick.
But after talking about this album, I gotta ask, like, what's next? Honestly, like Spaceball, I know you had like you had pictures that look like they could have been album covers, like with the mask and everything. Like, are you guys gonna individually start dropping projects following this? Like, what's next for the whole Brokeland crew?
1,000% quality art takes a minute, but still, it's like at the end of the day, it's like, all right, no matter what happens, whatever happens, just focus on making good shit, man. Yeah, we'll just see where it takes us.
Yeah.
This nigga is dropping an album. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a
Who?
fuck. This nigga's dropping an album. This
Who,
nigga dropping.
Donnie?
Everybody's dropping a fucking album at some point. I don't give
That's what I want to hear.
Do
That's
not
what
listen
I
to
want to
this nigga.
hear.
I'm not dropping shit. Do not expect anything.
This nigga dropping an
I'm
album.
gonna
This
try.
nigga-
I'm
this
gonna
nigga
try
like-
to. I'm gonna try to, but I want to make my own beats though. Like I at least want to understand it better. You feel me? I won't
Absolutely.
just rely on this nigga for beats the whole year. You feel
For
me?
real, don't stay boxed in. You know what I mean? Because that limits you. So that's good to hear, man.
Word.
I think that's literally it, man. I want to say thank you guys once again for even choosing me to do some shit like this. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I thought I was gonna be nervous as fuck. I've never done no shit like this ever
You
in
did
my
really
life,
good.
and
You did really fucking good, bro. You did really fucking good.
yeah, I had to like get into my my sway bag, my sway fucking Bobito bag or some shit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I had to do the homework and really just, man, that's crazy, man.
Bag. Now you got the beanie. Now all you need is like dreads. All you need is dreads, and you really be sway.
Oh, be like, hey everybody, I'm Sway, and we with the Brokeland crew. You know what I'm saying? Talk about. Nah, I'm not gonna do all that shit, bro. Because then I have to put on the beat like, all right, DJ Wonder, I can't let y'all go without putting the beat. I can't do that here.
Okay, that's a great Sway impression. Okay.
OD.
They're gonna be on Sway one day. You're gonna be on Sway.
I
Don't
hope.
worry, it's gonna happen. They're gonna tell you to rap on. They're gonna tell you to rap on the spot. How much time do we got?
Less than a minute.
You know what? You think I'm not gonna ask you how to spit a 16. Fuck that.
Oh, I'm terrible at rapping. So
I would have done it if we had more time.
Yeah, that's cool. But man, once again, thank you guys, man. And you guys, like, bro, like your music, all your music, man. It's just like, because I jog and I hear this shit, and I'm speechless. I can't even put in the words how great that shit is, man. It's
Thank
very
you, bro.
inspiring. It makes me want to, get better at my shit. It kind of makes me angry, like I'm not better already. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah. All right, thank
yeah,
you, bro.
man. Yeah, for real, man.
Thanks.
Stay safe, brother.
Stay fucking
Peace and
safe.
love, man.
Yeah.
Brokeland value.
Yes. Brokeland, yes, absolutely.